The film begins when Lizzie goes to pick up her son Thomas from her ex-husband Mike, as they have agreed to share custody. However, she is surprised when Mike tells her that he has decided to take full custody, allowing her to see Thomas only occasionally, claiming that Lizzie is psychologically unstable and that her condition does not allow the child to live with her. This is due to the fact that she lost her daughter Rosie more than 7 years ago, and since then she has not been herself, to the extent that she used to celebrate her daughter's birthday despite her death. Lizzie takes Thomas to a birthday party for one of his school friends, where she sees a girl and immediately loses control upon seeing her. She starts following the girl until they go outside, when one of the boys suddenly bumps into her, spilling juice on her clothes. Claire comes over and tries to help her clean her clothes and introduces herself. At first, we feel that Lizzie is strongly drawn to the girl because she is the same age as her deceased daughter, but the matter escalates when Lizzie asks Thomas about the girl. He tells her that she is probably the sister of his friend Jermaine, but he does not know her name. Lizzie's obsession grows, and she goes to the girl's school and takes photos of her as she leaves. She then discovers that the girl's mother is Claire herself, the woman who helped her at the birthday party. Lizzie begins watching their house and notices that they have put it up for sale because they are moving to another place. Lizzie pretends to be interested in viewing the house and calls Claire. Claire remembers her and tells her that she can come by in an hour. Lizzie agrees, but Jermaine, Claire's son and Thomas's friend, asks to stay with Thomas so they can play together. Claire allows it, so Lizzie agrees and goes to wait at a cafe, her thoughts consumed only by the image of the girl. When Lizzie returns, Claire apologizes because she will not be able to receive her, as she has to take her daughter Lola to a ballet class. Later, Lizzie goes to see the house and gets to know Claire better, who tells her that her husband could not attend due to work and also talks about her job. However, Lizzie is there only to see Lola. The children are playing together in the swimming pool, so Claire goes upstairs to show Lizzie the rooms, while Lizzie focuses on photos of Lola and a picture of Claire while she was pregnant. She then sees Lola's room and fixates on every detail. After that, Bernie, Claire's husband, arrives and meets Lizzie, and the boys come out of the pool. Lizzie asks to use the bathroom, but instead goes up to Lola's room, talks to her, gets close to her, and asks if she feels that they are similar. She then goes downstairs, and Thomas asks for permission to go ice skating with Jermaine on Wednesday. Lizzie tells him it is family day, but Claire reassures her and invites them to go with them. Lizzie takes time off work, claiming that her son is sick, so she can go ice skating with Thomas and Lola's family. As usual, Lizzie sees nothing but Lola. When Claire receives a phone call, Lizzie decides to go skating with Lola. She approaches her, takes her hand, and makes her speed up until they collide with someone and Lola falls. Claire panics when she sees what happened, rushes to save her daughter, prevents Lizzie from touching her, and scolds her for skating too fast, which caused Lola to fall. Lizzie apologizes and suggests making it up to the children by taking them out over the weekend, but Thomas tells her that he will be with his father then. Claire is shocked to learn that Lizzie is divorced, as she had understood otherwise, and feels that Lizzie lied to her. Claire apologizes and says that they will be busy in the coming period because of the move, her words implicitly suggesting that she does not wish to see her again. We then discover that Lizzie is mentally ill and is supposed to be taking medication, but she does not and instead throws it away. When she visits her doctor, she tells him about her daily life. He asks her about her relationship with Thomas, and she says it is very good. He then asks if her thoughts about her daughter Rosie have decreased, and she answers yes. He asks whether she feels the medication is helping her, and she confirms that it is. However, the doctor realizes that she is lying and not taking the medication at all. Lizzie begins to behave strangely, such as going to Lola's house and watching her from a distance, but when Claire notices and comes out, she finds no one. Even stranger is what happens on the day of Lola's ballet recital, when Lola is afraid to go on stage. Her mother Claire reassures her, and Lizzie goes to watch her. While Lola is standing backstage waiting for her turn to go on stage, Lizzie approaches her, talks to her, reassures her, and tells her that her shoes are very beautiful. Lola replies that the shoes were a birthday gift, so Lizzie asks her when her birthday is, but Lola does not answer because it is her turn to go on stage. During the dance, Lola keeps looking at Lizzie from time to time, and her parents notice that their daughter is distracted by something they do not understand, which worries Claire. When Lola finishes dancing, Claire goes to get her but cannot find her backstage and becomes anxious. Meanwhile, Lizzie does not harm Lola and leaves the place. As she is leaving, Lola's father sees her, calls out to her, greets her, and invites her to their housewarming farewell party before they move. Before Lizzie leaves, Claire comes and sees her and asks why she is there. Lizzie tells her that she loves ballet and tells Lola that her dancing was very beautiful. Lola then asks her if she saw her looking at her, which surprises Claire. Lizzie leaves quickly, and both Claire and Bernie feel that something is not normal and that Lizzie is not well. Claire goes to Lizzie at her workplace, which also turns out not to be the job Lizzie had told her about, because she wants to talk to her. Lizzie asks her friend to stay in her place until she returns. When they sit together, Claire says to her, "You never really wanted to buy the house, did you?" Lizzie then tells her story, and the reason for her obsession with Lola becomes clear. She lost her daughter more than 7 years ago due to a fire that broke out at Bryant Hospital, when her daughter was a newborn. Claire asks her, "Why are you telling me this?" Lizzie replies, "Because every time I see Lola, I become more convinced that she is my daughter, and I am sure of it as well. Don't deny that she looks like me." Claire asks, "And what led you to this conclusion?" Lizzie answers, "It's just a feeling." Claire responds, "I know nothing about this hospital or that incident. I gave birth to Lola at Landry Hospital, and you are supposed to seek treatment and stay away from my house and my family." Claire then goes to tell her husband about the meeting and says that they should inform the police, but he tells her that she is overreacting. He says, "What would we tell the police? She attended a party, and it's a public place anyone can go to. As for the ice skating, you were the one who invited her. Calm down, she definitely won't do anything. We'll just lock the doors properly and turn on the alarms." On the other hand, Lizzie is fired from her job because she left without permission. The manager says to her, "I wish you would succeed at motherhood instead of failing at work." Lizzie gets angry at these words, grabs the manager's hand tightly, and then leaves. Her friend Alice calls out to her, but she does not respond. Lizzie then goes to the place where Lola and her brother are, as they were staying with one of Claire's friends until Claire finishes packing the remaining belongings in preparation for the move. Lizzie takes Lola alone in a boat and sits talking to her. When Claire calls and asks to speak to Lola, her friend tells her that she is with Lizzie, your friend. Claire panics and rushes there, but she finds Lola safe after Lizzie has brought her back. Lizzie returns home to find everyone against her, her father and mother, who learn from her friend Alice that she was fired from her job, which she had not intended to tell them, and her ex-husband Mike, who decides to take their son Thomas until she receives treatment. She tells him that she suspects her daughter may still be alive and did not die in the fire, because at the time they did not examine the body or make sure. Mike tells her that Rosie died and that he suffered just as she did, but he warns her that if she continues like this, he will take Thomas away from her permanently, and he does not want to do that. Her doctor also tells her that she must be hospitalized for treatment, and her parents try to convince her that her daughter really did die, but she remains determined in her belief. Lizzie goes to her house and listens to a voice message from Claire saying, "How dare you take my daughter on a boat without my knowledge? If you come near us again, I will call the police." Lizzie sits looking at a photo of herself as a child, then at a photo of Lola, and feels how similar they look. She also looks at a photo of herself with Rosie before the incident, and when she compares them, she feels that Rosie also resembles Lola. She begins searching the internet for information about the hospital fire and calls the hospital to obtain any information that might help her. The day of the farewell party held by Lola's family before leaving the house arrives. Lizzie sneaks into the party and tries to go up to Lola's bedroom, but one of the women sees her, so she goes into the bathroom. When she comes out, she finds Claire waiting for her, and an argument breaks out between them when Lizzie says that she will conduct a DNA test on Lola. Claire gets angry and throws her out, but Lizzie waits outside until the guests leave, then manages to enter through the back door before it is closed. She goes up to Lola's room, and Claire activates the alarm system. Bernie says to her, "You were right, we should call the police. Her behavior is not normal." Lizzie cannot leave because of the alarms, so she spends the night hiding in the closet. The next day, Bernie takes the children with him, and Lizzie takes Lola's hairbrush to perform a DNA test using the hair left on it. When she tries to leave the house, Claire sees her, and a violent confrontation and physical fight breaks out between them, to the point that Claire almost kills her. Claire says, "If I kill you, it will be in self-defense." But Lizzie is not afraid and says, "Kill me. You have never tried to live what I feel, to have everyone against you. I am sure she is my daughter and part of me, and I will do the test and prove that you are lying. Claire screams and tells her to leave, but Lizzie insists and says, I will prove to people that you are a liar, and I will expose your secret. I learned from the hospital that you were there at the time of the incident. Don't try to lie, the whole world will know that you stole my daughter. At that moment, the truth is revealed, and Claire breaks down and says, I didn't steal her, I saved her. My daughter died from suffocation in the fire. I found a dead woman and didn't know you were alive, and I found a living baby who needed me. I couldn't see her because of the smoke, I could only hear her. Bernie was not with me at the birth and knows nothing, and I beg you to leave her with me. During this, Bernie returns and hears everything along with the children, and Claire apologizes to him for the deception he lived with. Mike rushes to Lizzie at the police station, unable to believe that her words were true and that his daughter is alive and did not die, and he apologizes to her for not believing her. We then see a scene of them waiting for Lola, whose real name is Rosie, who will come to visit them until Claire is tried and custody is taken away from her. Bernie brings her, and Jermaine is also allowed to play with them. Rosie meets her father, grandfather, and grandmother, and Claire loses everything, but Lizzie finally feels the taste of life again with her daughter by her side. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video.